So I was literally so fucking bored that I started playing Star Conflict again.
Alright, move on. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
I cannot fathom what led to such a stupid decision, but I figured I would take advantage and make a guide on how to play the Murder Gnat. Because if I can't have fun, then neither can anyone else. The point and click adventure was a ship build I made when I was just fucking around with stuff randomly, and much like the heavy overlord, it resulted in the most broken piece of demonic hellspawn the game had seen until that point. The Murder Gnat is an Empire frigate with a Jericho torpedo and a micro warp module. You do not fly this ship like an interceptor. In fact, you do not fly this ship like anything else in the entire game. To use this ship, you fly off to the side and flank the enemy at about 3 kilometers. Then you lock them and just start shooting. If they are large or slow, then you will do a fuck ton of damage and they will die in just a few hits. This ship is incredibly stupid because you hardly need to aim. Your shots will track for you and you will get free kills for zero effort. Noobs will just explode, and even skilled players will be pinned behind cover, whether they can shoot back or not. If you are approached or start taking damage at range, make like an EVE Online player and don't actually take the fight. Just use your EPs and cloak up, then burn away. Once your cloak ends, warp off. If you have the jamming micro warp, use your hollow ships first. That way they won't realize they are shooting a fake. Unlike destroyers, you can actually counter this ship. If an interceptor or fast fighter comes after you, you can actually die, especially if you get jammed or tackled. If a recon starts focusing you, you will die. Warping off will just mean they chase you down, and you will die 10 kilometers away instead. There are several mandatory things to do when fitting a Murder Gnat. First is to either have the target locking implant or an overclocked CPU. If you aren't locked on, then your ship is worth less than the salaries of people who came up with Hillary Clinton's poll numbers. Next is to have a hull regen, since the Murder Gnat can be one of 3 or even 4 different tier 5 Empire recons. This may vary depending on the ship you can fly. The signing can fit a regen coating, but for some reason Stargem decided that no other tier 5 Empire recon should have 3 hull slots. I mean, it's not like they're endgame level ships for a hull based faction. But since you need at least 2 galvanized armors to not die to literally everything, that's all you can fit in those slots. If you can't fit the coating, replace the hollow ships with the hull rep kit. Otherwise your module loadout should be shield rep, hollow ships, spy drones, and cloak. The best part about this ship is that you get to use the doomsday missiles. The Murder Gnat secretly wants to roleplay as a predator drone that hides where you don't see it until suddenly a missile destroys everything you've ever known. When you are killing helpless frigates, be sure to fire your missiles at them. It actually does speed up the killing process against some ships that bothered to fit a tank. Be sure to use your spy drones on anything that tries to repair. Spy drones are actually a damage boost module because they cut repair effects in half and force them to take collision damage to remove the drones. Lastly, don't even bother trying to kill destroyers. They are broken as fuck. You will never break their static shields, and even if you can shoot around them, even your alpha damage is meaningless. Just go shoot something else and wait for the devs to sober up after their cash grab fuel night at the vodka store. The Murder Gnat is awesome because players with actual skill will stop queuing if they get paired against you a bunch of times. Then all the good players will leave and you can farm easy kills like a proper Star Conflict pro. Now queue up and go remind people that they are playing Star Conflict instead of playing literally anything fun.